Well, I have to ask you, Linda, has Tim been romantic for you today, seeing as it's Valentine's Day? I mean, look at him.
I'm Denise, Andrea.
What did I call
Linda.
you? I don't know, has Tim been romantic
Not
for you
at all. Hasn't gone near me with a barge
We have
boat.
played husband and wife a couple of
We
times.
have,
Yeah.
Has it been?
Well, just before we came on, one of the floor assistants brought me up a lovely bouquet of flowers and a card.
Oh. Was it
A
for
little
Tim?
card, yeah, and it said "Together for Always," and I thought that's a bit premature. But no, that was very, very nice. And I did send him a card today myself.
Good, that is good for you. And Linda, you're not very romantic
I think
at all,
it's all
really,
a
are
load
you?
of old rubbish, really. Well, the thing is, now you can buy cards. You can buy cards for everybody, you know. I never did. I never, ever kind of paid attention to it. And then when my little boys were little, I remember not getting any at school, and that's probably why I'm so bitter and twisted now, right? But I remember sending some to my sons. Oh, God, they'll find out now. Just to perk them up a bit, and they never knew. And then, but Mr. Spain quite likes Valentine's Day, and there have been times when, in the last 3 years on Valentine's Day, he's bought. Remember seeing wending his way through this hotel with a big bunch of flowers. So now I feel obliged now to do it. Well, I do now. So I was out this. Well, I do, and I thought I don't want him to think I'm a miserable old boot, which I am. So I did actually remember it, and I left. When I left early this morning, I put a little present on the table and a card.
Oh.
What did you get him?
A pen. You know, it's
A
useful.
good pen.
It's handy. It can write cheques.
For you. This is how unromantic I think that we are, is that because my dear producers had asked Tim to come on the show today, which I'm really, really worried about. But so we went to the hotel last night, and I said, well, I'm not sure which name our room will be booked under, but it's either under Denise Welsh or Tim Healy. And he had previously said to me in that romantic way, "Did you bring your earplugs?" Because of my snoring, which of course I've made no secret of. And I said, "No, did you bring the earplugs?" And he said no, so that started a bit of a spat. Anyway, the room would be under Denise Welsh or Tim Healy. And so they go to the forms and everything, get them out. And I could see them filling a form in for Tim and filling a form in for me. And we both looked at each other with glee because we knew that they'd given us 2 rooms. We both went, yes, we've got 2 rooms.
That's the height of romance.
The height of romance, because I would be doing my... He would be doing the kicking me thing. We'd both wake up really ratty. And, you know, that way we could go to each other's room and then go to our own. We didn't, but we did have the option.
I know where you're coming from, actually, because Steve, bless him, it could snore for Britain. Actually, we should put you in, like, a competition, actually.
Or just let me sleep with him.
Again. Well, I mean, this morning, you know, it's supposed to be the most romantic day of the year. I actually wear earplugs at night because of his snoring, and apparently Finley got up 3 times in the night. Amy was up twice in the night. I slept through the whole thing. So when the alarm went off, and I was like, "Oh, morning." And he's really grumpy and not very happy at all because he'd been the one, you know, that had to get up. He's rung since to, you know, apologise and say Happy Valentine's Day and all that. But you're a romantic kind of girl.
I love Valentine's Day. I do. Honestly, I mean, Ray doesn't, to be honest with you. He thinks it's a load of rubbish. But I love any excuse to go into a card shop and look through every card and buy all the cards there. I mean, I do agree there are... I mean, I saw one yesterday to my dog on Valentine's Day where I thought that was a bit over the top. But, I mean, I bought 3 cards for Ray.
3?
And,
But
yes.
why 3?
Because they were all beautiful and I couldn't decide which one was more beautiful, and they all meant something, so I thought I'm going to send him all 3. And they were all very, very wordy, you know, pages upon pages, and then I write loads of stuff on it as well.
Yeah, but probably Ray just probably goes like, you know, oh.
Well, it doesn't matter. I
Have
just
you
like
now
sending
forced
it.
him? Have you now made him feel obliged to send you things?
No, absolutely not, because I know how he feels about it. He hates being told this is the day you have to be romantic. You know what I mean? He's not like... He hates being told anything like that. So, you know, like last year, I didn't get anything all day. And I thought, oh, well, you know, he's not into it. And I'd sent him cards and all that. But then about 6:30, you know, 2 dozen long-stemmed red roses turned up. Just when I thought he'd forgotten, they arrived at the end of the day, and that was quite romantic. But it's romantic in other ways.
And it's also not very nice when you're the romantic one, you know, and your partner isn't. I mean, I had an ex, and this is the moment where I knew the relationship was over, because it was New Year's Eve. I remember we were driving somewhere, and he said, "Look, I'm just going to tell you this now, just so we don't have a row, because every year on Valentine's Day, we have a row about this. You expect to get something lovely and be treated beautifully and get presents, and I don't. And I can't bear those big puppy dog eyes of disappointment when you look at me crushed and realise it's not going to happen. So I'm telling you now, on New Year's Eve, on Valentine's Day, you're not getting a card or flowers or anything, so just brace yourself." And I remember just looking out the window thinking, I don't think I want to see you again. And that was it.
Well, did you not say to him, why don't you brace yourself before I knock you out?
He was driving. Yeah, do you know what? I'll tell you what, here's lost.